Every week, someone asks me the same question two different ways. Sellers ask, did I miss it? And buyers ask, is it about to crash? Both questions assume this is one market, and it's not. Right now, South Florida has two markets moving in opposite directions. So if you own a single family home, the answer is completely different than if you own a condominium. Let me show you the actual data. Single family values in the Tri-County area are about $570,162, down roughly 0.5% from a year ago, and about 3.5% off their October 2024 peak. That's flat. That's not a crash. Condominiums are about $270,410, down about 5% year over year and down close to 14% from their January 2024 peak. That's a real correction, and that's concentrated in older buildings carrying assessments and insurance increases. Same county, same month, two completely different stories. Any headline that blends them is telling you nothing useful about your own front door. This is 30 years of South Florida single-family prices on a log scale. Three things matter: the 2006 peak, the 2011 bottom, which was a 51% decline. That is the event everyone still has in their brain. And the run from 2011 to now, which more than tripled values. What you are looking at since 2022 is the market catching its breath after that run. Prices have gone sideways, not down, for roughly 4 years. In market cycle language, when the previous correction was fast and violent, the next one is usually not. It's slow and sideways instead. That is what we appear to be living through. Here's what's genuinely different. In the 2006, the buyer had no income documentation, no payment, and adjustable rates that was about to reset. Today, the typical South Florida owner has a fixed mortgage in the 3s or the 4s and substantial equity. People with cheap fixed loans and equity do not get forced to sell. They stay put. That's why the pressure in this cycle is showing up as time, not price. Homes take longer to sell and negotiate harder instead of collapsing in value. The exception is the condominium market, where assessments and insurance can force sale regardless of the mortgage. That is a building level problem, not a South Florida problem. The 30-year fixed is around 6.67%. Rates are the single biggest variable here. If mortgages move meaningfully lower, the sideways period gets shorter because the buyers come back and some of those locked-in owners finally move. If rates stay high and insurance keeps climbing, sideways lasts longer and the condo split gets wider. I'm not going to pretend to know which. What I watch instead are levels. If you own a single-family home, you didn't miss it. Values are near their high, but buyers are slower and pickier. So preparation and pricing carry the whole outcome now. Coming out at last year's number and correcting later is the expensive way to do this. If you own a condominium, you know your building before you know your price. The assessment history, the reserve study, and the insurance line are what a buyer is actually underwriting. If you inherited a property, the cycle matters less than the calendar. Carrying costs and family timelines usually decide that one. I update this page with the actual data every month, so you can watch the market instead of the headlines. Link below if you want to know where your specific home sits, not the county, not the average, your home. Reach out and we'll talk it through together.